ayokong patawag sa office ko, baka mapatukan ko lang, Mr. President.
This is just one of the many examples of a product which is either not effective, has no permit, no registration, and at worst, harmful to a person's health. Yung amphetamine ba ay ingredient ng shabu?
Opo, mapanganib po yan.
Wow.
At nag-check na po kami sa mga medical experts.
Binebenta po sa Pilipinas na walang FDA approval, in fact, bawal na substance off the counter.
Yes, Mr. President.
Senator Loren Legarda is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to associate myself with the sponsor on being vigilant over the incompetence and corruption in government. In the government, in the executive department, especially these agencies of government. Would a good sponsor, gentlemen, yield to some questions that will enlighten me so that we can find the solution to this problem of, how do you call it, unregulated, unauthorized selling of drugs and other products?
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you. How many, can you enlighten me, how many of these products are being sold without FDA approval, Mr. President?
Hundreds of them, Mr. President.
And from what I heard from your interpellation, it's not a few days, weeks, or months. It's been years, Mr. President.
Yes,
And-
Mr. President. There is this product na 12 years na po na nasa merkado. At sabi ko nga po, yung meron po itong halong amphetamine at we know naman kung ano itong amphetamine, anong side effect na dulot nito dahil ito po isang cup sa shabu. Hindi mapa-take down ng FDA at may mga products naman na nasa kanilang advisory na winawarning ang publiko na it's not fit for human consumption. Therefore, do not buy. Years, meron pang buwan, hindi po nila mapa-take down, but I was able to take it down with just two staff lang ginamit ko, dalawang staff ko lang ginamit. Napatake down po agad namin in 7 working days.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I know, ano po ang naging dahilan sa inyo ng FDA at ng DOH nung plenary at saka sa inyong mga follow-up kung bakit hindi nila kayang ipa-take down, kayo po ay ilang araw lang napatake down nyo sa inyong staff?
Well, ang sagot po ng FDA, 800 lang daw po ang tao nila, kulang pa po raw. Samantalang 2 tao ko lang po ang gumawa ng aksyon para mapatake down yung mga produkto na sabi nila, wag tangkilikin.
Ngayon po, anong produkto po yun na napatake down ng inyong opisina na ilang taon pong hindi mapatake down ng FDA?
Yung pong Hokkaido Slimming Pills,
Ito yung sabi nyo merong
amphetamine content.
amphetamine content na
Since January 2013 pa po ito.
yung amphetamine ba ay ingredient ng shabu?
Opo, mapanganib po yan.
Wow.
At nag-check na po kami sa mga medical experts.
So kung hindi po nyo tinake down, binebenta po sa Pilipinas na walang FDA approval, in fact, bawal na substance off the counter.
Yes, Mr. President, meron ngang warning ang FDA yung sa risk ng pag-take nitong pills, slimming pills na ito. Yung Hokkaido Slimming Pills, since January 8, 2013 pa sila nagbigay ng advisory ng warning. And yet, they weren't doing anything kasi 800 lang daw mga tao nila, kaya kulang daw.
Ngayon po, may binebenta pa ho sa mga drugstore at sa mga tindahan at online pa ng produktong yan na merong amphetamine na sabi nyo ingredient sa shabu?
Sa online po, tinawagan namin yung mga malalaking online platform tulad ng Shopee, Lazada, at saka TikTok. Yeah. At yung tatlo po, nag-oblige naman, tinake down nila. Pero meron pa ata siguro sa mga ilan-ilan na mga liliit na online platform, meron din siguro dyan sa mga tindahan, sa Binondo, na hanggang ngayon malamang ay nagbebenta pa rin. Which I've been telling FDA, meron naman silang tao, 800, I think that's too much. A lot na yan, dapat meron silang monitoring unit. After makapag-issue sila ng advisory, i-monitor kung nabibenta pa rin ba sa mga merkado at meron naman din silang enforcement unit, armed, na pwedeng mag-conduct ng raid. And they can do that, but they're not doing it.
Mr. President, ito bang mga produktong ito ay Philippine-made or imported?
These are imported, Mr. President.
Imported. Paano po nakakapasok dito? At dapat, by now, hindi lang yung pagbebenta po sa online or sa mga drugstores or tindahan, pero hindi dapat nakakapasok at all kung ito'y pinapagbawal na mga, would you consider them gamot, vitamins? Anong tawag po sa mga produktong ito?
Smuggled siguro yan, Mr. President, is either sa pier or sa airport, but most likely, I think, pwede na siguro to our international airport. Napapasok po yan. Tama po kayo, dapat meron ding coordination ang FDA sa Bureau of Customs para warningan yung mga Bureau of Customs personnel pag nakita itong mga produkto na ito, kumpiskahin at sunugin, etc., which they're not doing, Mr. President.
Tama po kayo. So, now, hindi lang po isang ahensya ng gobyerno, hindi lang po FDA, which is under DOH, pati na Bureau of Customs. Kasi yung pagbebenta ay isang bagay, yung pagmamonitor, and that shows the seemingly the incompetence of FDA na hindi nila magawa yung nagawa po ng inyong tanggapan, bakit po nakakapasok kung imported naman ito, right?
Smuggling nga, Mr. President.
Yes, so we should, and how many other products are in this same...
Well, in fairness of Bureau of Customs, Mr. President, maybe the Bureau of Customs wasn't informed by FDA na these are the products na dapat bantayan ninyo pag pumasok to, kumpiskahin ninyo, etc. I don't think FDA did just that, Mr. President.
Mr. President, ito po ay hindi rehistrado. Dahil ba ho na pagbawal dahil nga sa maling o masamang ingredient or hindi po sumunod lang ng proseso at kung susunod ng proseso ay maaring mabigyan ng permiso?
Dalawa po, Mr. President. Thank you for bringing that up. Number one, siguro sa ginawa nilang investigasyon o nakarating sa kanilang impormasyon na mapanganib po ito sa kalusugan, kaya huwag yung tangkilikin. And then number two, maaring safe yung product, hindi lang ma-register because alam na natin bakit ayaw i-register dahil nga po kulang sa lagay o walang lagay at all, kaya iniipit po ng FDA. So ang ginagawa nila, habang wala pa silang hindi pa registered, binibenta nila sa merkado. So unregistered ang tawag noon. Meron din advisory yon. So ngayon, imbis na i-rate nila, kasi hindi registered ulihin nila, piskahin nila, wala po silang ginagawa. Maybe, nalagyan na sila.
So Mr. President, this is just one example.
FDA, I mean.
This is just one of the many examples of a product which is either not effective, has no permit, no registration, and at worst, harmful to a person's health. Sigurado ako, may mga naapektuhan nito adversely, may mga harmful effects na nagsumbong sa inyong tanggapan o sa inyong popular na YouTube program. Sigurado ako, marami nang naka-apekto dito. May I know what are the effects that you know for those who have taken this unregistered products?
Well, some products unregistered na sinasabi ng FDA, so warning nila ay huwag tangkalin dahil mapanganib, it may cause cancer, cause bleeding, it may cause neurological side effect, etc., and all those health risks na pwedeng mangyari doon sa magtitake ng sinasabi nilang mapanganib na produkto.
Isa lang po ito. Ilan pa po ang mga similarly situated na mga produkto na harmful sa ating kalusugan na hindi dumaan sa proseso at walang FDA permit? At pangatlo ay laganap pa rin maski pinagbawal na.
Yes, Mr. President, thank you for that question. Kasi, Mr. President, what we did, pumunta kami sa website ng FDA and then tinignan namin isa-isa kung ano yung mga products na nagbigay sila ng warning na unregistered, mapanganib, kaya mag-ingat, etc. Inisa-isa po namin yan, and then lahat po yun ay pinadala namin sa Shopee kasi tinignan namin Lazada and TikTok, and fortunately these companies nag-oblige naman, pinagbigyan kami at tinake down after na sulatan namin. Sila.
May I suggest that maybe you've done it already because of your very wide viewership, 30 million in your social media platform in YouTube. Kung ilagay po nyo yung mga produkto at yung masamang epekto sa kalusugan, at kung sabihin nyo may ingredient dyan na nasa shabu din, ay makakasama sa tao, because hindi lahat ay merong ganyang impormasyon, ay maaring ma-warningan ang mga taong bibili pa ng mga produkto yan kasi lagana pa po sa merkado. So, while government is not acting urgently on a health issue or a health emergency by taking away access to harmful health products, I think information so that to scare the people, huwag niyong tatangkilikin ito dahil ito hindi lamang illegal kundi masama sa inyong kalusugan. Because as we speak, people may be buying it. Baka may nagsasabi ito, slimming, ito makakaganda sa'yo, tapos makakasama sa kanilang kalusugan.
Yes, Mr. President, thank you. Pinost ko po yun, yung mga product na sabi ng FDA na mapanganib tulad ng Hokkaido Slimming Pills sa Facebook account ko. Pero ang akin pong advice sa lahat ng makakapanood nito, makakarinig sa atin ngayon, i-check nyo po ang website ng FDA. Nandun po yung complete list ng mga sinasabi nila ang registered products, mga products na dapat hindi tangkilikin. All they need to do is go to that website at makita nila kung yung bang binibili nila, ginagamit nila araw-araw ay nandoon ba o wala. Pag wala doon, then ibig sabihin safe. Pag nandoon, then wag niyong tangkilikin kasi yung pong sabi ng FDA. Or, some of these products, safe naman talaga dahil walang lagay, pwede rin pong nilalagay na lang doon. Warning. Ngayon, pag nagbigay na, di papabayaan na lang FDA. Alisin na nila buburahin na nila sa kanilang advisory. Kasi nakapaglagay na eh.
That's also dangerous, Mr. President, dahil hindi base sa siyensya o sa tamang datos, kundi dahil sa korupsyon, kaya nawawala sa listahan or nalalagay sa listahan.
Yes,
and
Mr. President.
I join
that's
Your Honor in calling for FDA to shape up. I know there's a new FDA head, Attorney Paulo Teston. Siya ba ang sumagot ng mga tanong ninyo nung plenary session natin sa budget?
No, Mr. President, you wasn't here at that time, but his Alipores, or his minion, was present at that time. But I was able to talk to Secretary Herbosa. That's where I posed my challenge to him during the budget hearing, and Secretary Herbosa said, challenge accepted. Kasi sabi ko, paano kapag hindi pa take down ni ni Paulo Deston, itong mga unregistered products, ang mga products sabi mo dangerous for years and months, kung mapatake down ko in 7 working days, I think I repeated it twice, pag-resignin mo ba yung FDA Director General mo? And he said, yes. Kaya nga po, sinisingil ko na ngayon si Secretary Herbosa na pag-resignin na po si Deston dahil inutil naman po talaga.
So this is a call to action to the FDA head. I don't know him personally. Again, nothing personal. Attorney Paulo Teston, Secretary Herbosa as well, and all other government agencies who are not doing their job, who are instead causing harm to the Filipino people because of their inaction or because of possible and alleged corruption, because of government inefficiency, and because of this complacency in implementing all the pertinent rules and laws that we honor.
Yes,
So I
Mr.
join Your Honor in making that call. And I think you may call that person to your office along with the the health advocates in this chamber.
Hindi ko na, ayokong patawag sa office ko, baka mapatukan ko lang, Mr. President.
ako pong aawat sa inyong pagbatok at levity aside, Mr. President. So thank you for bringing up oftentimes the consumer concerns dahil madalas ang mga consumers ay walang plataforma na mag-angal, magbigay ng kanilang mga hinaing. And thank you for bringing it up. So I could not stop myself from rising today to join that call for efficiency, for transparency, accountability. Tayo we elected officials are being held to be efficient, transparent, accountable. Paano naman itong mga ahensya ng gobyerno who are supposed to be directly serving our people? And harmful products are hurting the Filipino public without their knowing. So incompetence and inefficiency can lead to death, can lead to adverse effects of health.
Thank you, Mr. President. Exactly. You said can lead to health risk. Kasi, alam mo, let's talk about delays. Yung mga incompetent na mga taga-gobyerno sa ibang agency, their incompetency might not kill people. Pero sa FDA, napaka-sensitive po ng kanilang trabaho. We're talking about drugs, food, na kinakain pupunta sa loob ng system ng tao. So, in the long run, some of them might die, some of them might get cancer or any other mga sakit na dulot ng mga gamot na sinasabi nilang dapat wag tangkilikin. Like again, pag merong isang incompetent dyan, let's say sa LTO, mabagal po mag-issue ng driver's license. Walang mamamatay. Wala pong magkakasakit. Sa FDA, mabagal sila magpa-take down ng mga gamot na sinasabi nilang bawal. Maaaring may mamatay, maaaring may magkasakit na cancer. Yan po yung difference doon.
Mr. President, I don't think we should stop with this conversation in plenary today. I would again suggest to call the person, the head of the agency. Again, nothing personal. We don't even know that person. And I would encourage you to do this for every agency of government. And I will join you in holding them accountable. Kasi po, ang katangahan, ang katamaran, ang walang bahala sa trabaho ay maaring makamatay ng Pilipino. Salamat po, Mr. President. We know that this agency is the most complained about, as you mentioned, according to our law on the ARTA law. Yes. So I join you, and I would like to join you in the meeting if that is held in the next few days, even before Christmas. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Mr. President.
Senator
Risa.
Senator Risa Ontiveros is recognized. I'm sorry.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Okay lang po yun. Maikling manifestation lamang po, good gentleman mula sa Isabela. Salamat po, Sen. Rafi, para sa muling pagbibigay diin dito sa mga peligroso, unregulated at unregistered health products na napakadaling bilhin online. Kaisa ko kayo sa pag-aalala dito. Kaya nga hinain ko po ang Senate Resolution number 194 na tungkol rin sa mga health risks ng mga produktong ito. Kahit nagbabala na ang FDA at pati ang DOH, at may mga nabalitaan na rin kami na pabata ng pabata ang mga dinadialysis dahil sa paggamit ng mga unregulated supplements na nabili nila online, mukhang hindi sapat na mag-warning lang. Kailangan talaga na higpitan ang enforcement at pagbutihin ang capacity ng ating mga health and regulatory authorities. Asahan niyo po na ang Committee on Health and Demography ay iimbestigahan itong issue na to in aid of legislation upang palakasin ang regulasyon at proteksyon sa kalusugan at karapatan ng ating mga mamamayan. Salamat po muli sa good gentleman. Salamat po, Mr. President.
If I may, Mr. President, already filed a resolution number 189 directing the Senate Committee on Health and Demography to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the failure of the Food and Drug Administration to enforce regulations against the sale of unregistered and unsafe products online and in stores. At saka isa pa, Mr. President, may dagdag ko, many months ago, kumalat po yung bentahan ng vape sa online na marijuana na wala pong ginawa ang FDA. Nung kinall out ko po yung attention during a hearing, agad-agad, matik, natanggal po mga yon at wala na po. Pero kung hindi ko pa po kinall attention ng FDA at yung Shopee and Lazada, binibenta po yung marijuana online at sa pamagitan ng vape. Kaya dito talaga makikita na sobrang inutil ng FDA. President, thank you po.
All right, thank you. And also, we were able to ask the DOH to look into the ICT to look into the websites carrying abortion clinics, which is illegal in the Philippines. They have removed it succeedingly. Thank you, Senator Tulfo.